Thank you, Alfredo, for this interview. Well, my name is Rolf Núñez, as you said. I'm the manager of the Lucas Fox office in Malaga. I've been in the sector, in the real estate sector, for more than 20 years. Initially, I started in the areas of Cádiz, Seville, and Andalusia, and Seville, sorry, and Huelva, specialized in rural properties for international clients. And in the last 6 years, I've been the manager in Lucas Fox office in Malaga. I'm talking about Lucas Fox. Lucas Fox is a real estate agency leading international clients and specializing mostly in the prime sector. We currently have 32 offices in the main cities of Spain, and we also have offices in Andorra, south of France, and Portugal. And talking about our staff, we currently have more than 150 agents working in our offices from 11 different nationalities. And also talking about last year, 23, we reached a global value of more than 600 million euros of transactions in all our offices together, and a total turnover of more than 30 million euros.
What sort of nationalities are buying from you in Malaga? I'm interested to know that.
Yeah, well, talking about the city of Malaga, it has changed quite a lot, as you know, in the last couple of years. Talking about, for instance, the last 2 years, around 80% of our clients in Lucas Fox office Malaga has been international, many from European countries, I could say, such as England, Holland, Sweden, France, Switzerland. Also clients from the States, Canada, and South America. And just as a curiosity, in the last year, we have the first client in Lucas Fox Malaga from India. That's it. This client visited Malaga in summer, and then he fell in love with the city. And after summer, in September, he called me from India and bought a property on an online virtual visit. He didn't see the property until last month he came to sign the contract. So that was a funny anyway. And also the average price of the property sold in last year in Malaga by Lucas Fox was higher than 800,000 euros.
Why are they buying in Malaga? What for?
Well, as I told before, Malaga has increased quite a lot in the last couple of years, the interest of international clients. For different reasons, you know, the city, its privileged climate with more than 300 sunshine days per year, the international airport with great connections to the main cities of the world, also the wide cultural and gastronomic offer in the city, national and international restaurant, and the growing of the Malaga Tech Park in the last couple of years. Currently, they have more than 600 companies there, more than 25,000 workers at the Malaga Tech Park. So all these things together make the lifestyle for Malaga a very, very attractive city. And talking about Lucas Fox buyers in last years, I could say that 51% of the clients choose Malaga as a first resident. So more than half of our clients choose Malaga as a first resident. 34% choose Malaga as a holiday home, but with very frequent use. So they can quite often, it's not only a move per year. And the rest, 50%, bought a property with Lucas Fox in Malaga as an investment.
Okay, that's very interesting. And whereabouts in Malaga are there international buyers buying?
Well, as you probably could imagine, historical city center, Soho, and Malaga East are the best areas, the areas that the most event. We have several apartments in Malagueta with the lovely traditional restaurant and the great sardines that you could imagine. All these areas are more for holiday homes and for investors. And the villas with private garden and pool in the areas like Limonar, Cerro de Calderón, Pinares, or El Candado are the areas of greatest interest to permanent home buyers. So I would separate second home and permanent buyers. And then talking about the areas surrounding Malaga, the Asanquia, there is quite of interest of our clients, and also the new properties in the area of Figueron, the 5-star resort in Figueron and surroundings are areas with a lot of interest for our clients.
How about things like new builds and stuff like that in Malaga city itself? I know there's some things happening in the west of the city center.
That's it. Well, as I said before, Malaga has increases quite a lot of interest in the last couple of years for international buyers due to the really high quality of life that you have in the city. Also, talking about that, the new developments in Upper Limonar, in the area of Colinas de Limonar, Reserva del Limonar, and also the new construction of Big Gran in Limonar are very, very much interested for international clients. And the other part of the city that you mentioned, which is the west of the city, with Malaga Towers, with its very exclusive apartment, and the forthcoming construction Malaga Delta. I'm not sure you have heard about that.
Is that next to it, right? That's just past it.
Next to Malaga Towers, that's correct. With an amazing type of architecture done by the French architect François Leclerc. All this area will make the new Golden Mile of Malaga. And also, I have to say that the vocation of the Malaga's local institution and the ages involved in the prime sector is to increase the city five-star hotel and all the services that are parallel to it, international hospitals, private universities, international schools, more shopping area with private luxury brands. That would be the profile for the near future.
And are you seeing any interesting buyer trends?
Well, I would say that apart from the city center, that as always is one of the main attractions of the city center, Stockholm and surrounding, international clients are more and more requesting properties or developing with integral services. As I said before, they get all five-star resort. They offer sport areas, different restaurants, gym, spa, paddle and tennis area. Also, the area of Malaga Towers, the building itself, offer facilities as indoor and outdoor swimming pools, gym, co-working area, spa, pool bar on the top floor. So all these things make very attractive all these things. And on the other hand, Alfredo, we also find clients that prefer to have their homes tailor-made. This client personally undertake important reforms and adaptation of all properties, I would say. We suggested them some teams of architects. And in this case, we are talking about villas and with private garden and pool in the areas of East Malaga, like Pinares, as I said before, Limonar, El Candado, or Serrano de Cátedra. And these clients, they adapt the villa to a more modern and contemporary style.
Oh, okay. So rather than buying a plot and building from zero, they are reforming and modernizing existing villas.
Exactly.
Right,
You have to consider most of these villas come from the 80s and the 90s with a very Andalusian style. But some people do prefer to go to a more contemporary style. So they undertake with local architect that would recommend them. They undertake important reform to a modern contemporary style.
Okay, so if I'm understanding it correctly, you have the city center, the historic center, mainly the bit between the old town and Muelle Uno, sort of down in Soho. And then you have all the villa projects are mostly on the east.
Yeah, correct. That's
and then some of the new development apartment projects are mainly on the west. That sounds about right?
Malaga Towers and very, very great expectation for Malaga Delta. Malaga Delta will be, from my point of view, like a boom in the next couple of months. You will hear about that in the next couple of months about Malaga Delta because the architecture is very attractive, location is fantastic. They will do a great development with the gardens, lakes, all seafront apartments. That will be an important development in Malaga.
So this kind of leads me to my last couple of questions. What are you optimistic about in terms of the market in Malaga and the real estate side?
I have to be very, very optimistic about the market itself because it is my business. I would say that the main difficulty right now is the lack of properties, I have to say. So despite the lack of properties and the increase in prices that happened in the last couple of years since the pandemic, I do believe very seriously that the enormous social, employment, cultural, economic attraction that the city generates will maintain the interest of buyers in the coming years. And I think they will focus both in apartments and villas, as I said, in the main areas of city center, Stockholm surrounded, East Malaga, and again, West Malaga with the Malaga Towers, Malaga Delta, and also, as I said, the five-star resort Figueroa. I think that will be the focus of interest of buyers in the next couple of years.
That's amazing. Well, Rodolfo, thank you so much. It's super interesting to find out about Malaga City because it seems to be every week in the international newspapers as a hot trending location for international buyers from all over the world. So thank you so much for taking the time, and hopefully we can pick up again in maybe in a few months' time or maybe next year and see how this story is evolving.
Whenever convenient for you, I'll be available. And I have to say that all are very welcome to Malaga, or people from different parts of the world, very welcome to Malaga.